Hello, good people of YouTube. Now, I know I just uploaded a video, but I was inspired to make another one on a topic that is very near and dear to me. How to deal with working in customer service. Now, what inspired me to make this video was my boyfriend complaining, rightly so, about all the obnoxious tourists he had to deal with at his job, and to use his term, people that wanted everything on a silver platter. Now, I know a lot of you will say that, it's customer service's job to see to your needs, and they're supposed to be friendly and helpful and polite, and if they're not, then they just don't want your money. No. Now, a lot of you may not know this, but there is a personality divide at the service counter. You see, when you are on one side of it, you're reasonable. When you're on the other, you're not. Usually, the unreasonable side is the customer part of this equation. It's like some sort of genetic mutation takes over the second you are on that side of the counter and the person on the other side has to see to your needs or they get fired. It's like you turn into this crazy creature from the Black Lagoon with no decency, no respect, and absolutely no common courtesy. It's like, what happens to you people? You're not even people. You're horrible. You get rude, obnoxious, demanding, unreasonable about your demands, and if those needs aren't met, then those people just don't want your money. Really, do not say that to a customer service representative of whatever corporation, because one day you will get someone who will tell you exactly where to stick your money, and it won't be in their cash register. Now, I'm not saying all customers are bad. No, it's probably maybe 1 out of every 5 to 10. Some people, can be polite and respectful, and they just want, to get their thing and go on about their day, and all well and good. And, sometimes customer service people make mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes aren't even their fault. Things happen outside their control. Like, say you work in a restaurant, you're really busy, you're busting your ass, and, trying to get all the orders out, and one of your incompetent coworkers loses it, or say, the person accidentally ordered the wrong thing and then didn't realize it till they got what they actually asked for. And, a good chunk of you will take that good-naturedly. And to that, your small percentage, thank you. You make it possible to not want to go home and set our faces on fire. But the rest of you, it's like, seriously, you're not going to starve to death. I promise you. I don't know why restaurants I wanted to when I worked in a restaurant. I wanted to get a poster of children starving in Africa and just hang it up next to the order counter. Just so they could, get some sort of grasp on reality. Really. If you want a pizza that badly and you don't want to wait, go home and make it yourself. It won't kill you. You see that kitchen behind the other side of that counter? Now, here's a crazy thing. Some of you may not know this. It might shock some of you. But you do. Go home. Enter your place of living. Somewhere hidden where you live is a small replica of that kitchen. And you too, yes you, can cook food in it for yourself and then eat it. Call me crazy, but I promise you, it's there. Maybe some of you think I'm being rash and unreasonable and angsty about this. Yes, I will acknowledge restaurants exist to serve people food. I get that. However, it's not like... I don't even have words for it. That's how fired up I get about this. Because I worked in a kitchen for 5 years, and you will not believe the ridiculousness of people and how self-entitled they are. Honestly, it's just food. Seriously, you can go buy it at a grocery store. You don't need to go. If you're that horrible and unreasonable and impatient and severely lacking in courtesy or respect, stay out of the general populace. Leave people alone. But like I said, to you good people who are kind and courteous and reasonable, feel free to go to restaurants and do your thing. But honestly, anyone who doesn't have the mental capacity to act like a human being, just don't. Stay home. Make your own food. No one wants your money. Okay? So, that being said, for those of you who are watching this who do work in customer service and understand what I'm talking about, I have some tips on how to deal with it from my extensive experience. Number 1, say someone comes up to you whatever, and they're yelling. Try and act calm, smile, and see if whatever they're mad about can be fixed. If it can, just do it calmly, get it out of the way, they'll be on their way, you'll be good. If that doesn't work, look to your coworkers. See if maybe one of them can help this person. Whatever they want. Maybe they're missing part of their order, whatever it is, and one of your coworkers was in charge of getting that out. Go speak to them. See what's going on, and then let the customer know. If that doesn't work, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but cry. Especially if they're yelling in your face and there's a line of people behind them. Trust me. This will make them feel properly ashamed and make them look like an ass. And what's more satisfying than that? Especially if they're being unreasonable. Now, say you really did make a mistake, it is your fault, and they are appropriately angry. Not unreasonably, but appropriately. Just do what you can to try and fix it and make sure they're happy. Especially if they're being reasonable and nice and happy. Especially then. Treat the good customers well. You know what I mean? And it'll get you through your day so much easier. Now, if none of these things work, then throw whatever it is they want at them and quit. No, I'm just kidding. No, picturing that actually does help while you're dealing with them. You stand there and just imagine, just committing insane acts of crazy. That actually does help get you through your shift. It's something I've used multiple times, and I won't go into details because my imagination is quite violent when I'm angry, and I don't want to condone violence publicly. But yes, that is all I have to say on this subject. And for those of you who are watching this who do work in customer service, I am going to post in the description a link of other people who work in customer service. Their stories, most of them are funny. It's a website called notalwaysright.com. It'll help you feel not so alone. It'll cheer you up. And if you have a crazy story, vent it on there. Or actually, if you have crazy customer service stories for either side, good customers who have had bad customer service reps, because they do exist. Or, for customer service reps who had bad customers. I want to know about your crazy stories, so post them in the comments. Thank you. Rock the mosh. Good night.